with my co-host, Mark Cook. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. How are we today?
Good, man. Beautiful day. It's supposed to rain a little, but I think we're.
It's all right. We need it. The allergy season has been excruciating. So we get a ton of rain the other day, right? In a real short amount of time. They're telling me, oh, your allergies will be great after that because the rain is going to wash everything away. Well, wrong. Saturday, they were actually worse after the rain.
Yes.
I had a show I had to do. I sounded like this, which was my, equation of crap. So I am rooting for the rain. Let's get rid of all of the garbage in the air.
Yep, absolutely.
And start this spring season anew. What do you think of that?
I think that's a great idea. We got an interesting morning today. We have a really interesting group that actually I am part of and love being part of. I love the give back. We have the Marlton Rotary on with us this morning. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
We have Michael Thompson and Mazina Weber. Did I say that right?
No.
What did I say?
You said Mazia.
Mazia.
Mazia Weber.
Whoa. Mazia Weber.
Get it right, will you?
I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
So now you're with Rotary, which I love Rotary. I'm a part of Rotary. How did you guys, Michael, I'm going to start off with you. How did you get involved in Rotary?
Well, I'll tell you. First, I would like to say, a thank you to Buchanan's Flowers and, each Marlton Eye Associates, Bradley's Funeral Home, Indian Spring Acres, and the Gibson House. These are local businesses that, not only donate and sponsor us in a lot of events that we do for Rotary, they donate their time. And their time and, allowing us to use their locations is one of the biggest things, that we can use in Rotary because, just having the bodies there and the people, doing great things in the community, that's what Rotary is about. It's about all of us coming together as a people and, in the community and doing things for the community. So when I came to Marlton and I wanted to get involved in the community, one of my coworkers said, why don't you check out the Rotary? I said, okay. And once I went to one of the meetings and I seen all of the great things that they were doing, in the areas, I said, you know what, this is for me.
Okay, awesome. Now what about you?
Well, mine's pretty interesting. One of my friends I used to work with in the banking industry, she came up to me and said, hey Z, how would you like to go to Italy for a month? And I said, well, of course. And once I decided to go to Italy, she actually introduced me to Rotary. I had no idea what it was. I used to see the symbols all the time, and I was just interested. And she told me about the details. So what they did was Rotary used to sponsor young professionals to go to a group study exchange. So while I was in banking, I would go to Italy to study their banking industries and how they operate and how it's different than here. But then not only that, but we got to meet Rotarians. So as I went to Italy, I learned so much about Rotary, and it was just an eye-opening. They do so much for their communities internationally, and everybody was so welcoming and so helpful, and I knew I wanted to be part of Rotary. So I was asked to, since I'm a Marlton resident, I was asked to go visit Marlton Club. The first meeting I went, I loved the group. And I said, this is it, I'm going to join. And that's how I became a Rotarian, just to study their background and visit the Marlton Club.
And travel, right?
And travel to Italy was free. They sponsored me, and it was a great opportunity. Nice. And it was just, we got to see beautiful parts of Italy.
Hey, Keith, I didn't get to go to Italy.
By the way,
Sorry,
the trick was you can't be a Rotarian to be part of that group study exchange.
Oh, so I got to quit.
They actually stopped the program. That was the last year of the program, and I got very lucky.
I wonder why, Mike.
But we did have to learn Italian. We had to present about ourselves to Rotarians in Italian, so that was challenging as well, trying to learn the language.
Yeah, and honestly, I have to be honest with you. I think a lot of people's when they look at Rotary, they think of some guy hiking through the jungles of South America and, visiting tribes. Those are missionaries and do that type of stuff. But Rotarians do a lot of stuff,
They also think it's an old man's gentleman club, like it's a social
Sure.
club, and it's not what it is today. It's totally different. We have very diverse group. We're actually trying to get young people involved and try to teach young people that, you know, there are things out there that we can do to service our communities, and that is our
Absolutely.
mission right now for
Absolutely.
Rotary, yes. It's totally different than what it used to be.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I mean, and you know what? The generation is starting to kind of turn over. You know, I remember when I first started Rotary, got I want to say back maybe 8 years. Well, it was still like there were some clubs that were all men. You know, Rotary is kind of very traditional, and I think for it to grow even more, it needs to be. You know, it needs some changeover. So
Absolutely.
I'm glad you guys are part of it.
Now, how long ago was the trip to Italy? Because I know now you're not just a member, you're the president of the club, right?
Yeah.
So how long did that take from when you became a member to when they realized that you were the one that they wanted to lead?
It's been 3 years, actually it'll be 4 years in May, and my first year in Rotary. Well, I always wanted to give back. I believe in giving back. I think that's just something that inspires me to do. And like couple months down the line, our previous president, she asked me, "Hey, would you want to be the president?" I'm like, okay. So I took on the challenge. So I'm glad that I did it. I learned a lot. So yeah, it's been 3 years since I've been a Rotarian.
That's great.
4 years.
It's really interesting, and I know in the next segment we're going to get into actually what Rotary is, because I'm still, a little bit confused on the whole thing as well. In my mind, I think of Rotary almost in the same vein as like a chamber of commerce, and I know that that's probably inaccurate. So I want to get into a little bit about what it is, what your mission statements are, what you guys are really trying to do. Because I hear all these things like, yeah, we're really active in the community, and we're trying to help the leaders of the community and the people in the community and all this stuff. And I don't know how you do that. So I want to hear a little bit about the specifics and all that, and we're going to do that coming up. So why don't we take a quick break?
Absolutely.
We'll come back. We'll learn more about the Rotary Club. We'll learn more about the Rotary Club specifically here in Marlton, New Jersey.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facials, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Mark Cook, that's Keith Reynolds. We're talking Rotary Club this morning, and I can't imagine two people that are going to say more great things about the Rotary Club than Michael and Mazia. Is that right?
Yes, thank
See,
you.
I said it right.
Bravo.
But she goes by Z, which is cool. So, Z, tell us about Rotary Club. What is it?
I get overwhelmed when people ask me what is Rotary. Rotary was founded 100 years ago, and it was created to service our communities. So Rotary is a big nonprofit company that it's all voluntary. We have about 1.2 million people that are part of this organization, and again, this is all voluntary. We do pay our dues. That's one of the ways that we raise funds to give back to our communities. So Rotary is form of different clubs. It's divided by districts, zones, because they're all over the country. And what they do is, our goal is to create service projects to give back to your communities. It could be anything, scholarship programs, water projects. Like for right now, our big project right now is polio. I had no idea the bad about polio until I joined Rotary. So our goal is to defeat polio. We did wipe out several countries. We did vaccinations, about 3.5 million kids we saved. Right now we are trying to get to Africa and Afghanistan, but due to political and other issues, we're having a hard time getting in there to save these kids. So that's one of the big things that Rotary does. So they come up with international project, which us as a volunteer, we try to raise fundraisers to give back to that foundation. Also what they do is, wow, they do so much. Like they help young kids who need to go to schools. They do building homes. So it varies. There's so much that they do. I
Right.
can't go on to each club or each countries of
So
what they do.
is it an international organization, or is it like the Rotary Club of America, and then you know, part of the mission statement is to help international causes and worldwide? Or are there other Rotaries in other countries?
There
again,
is. It began in Chicago, and then it widespread in the United States, and then it became international. They're everywhere in all over the countries. They're in India, China, Japan, wherever, Italy. They're everywhere in the world.
And you know, to touch on the polio thing, there is, you know, this was going back about 8 years, but I think there was no new cases of polio in India. You know, there was cases that had already, you know, you'd already had it. That's one thing, but we have stopped the spread of it. And you know, the thing that what really got me passionate about it is that, you know, people don't understand what polio, where it comes from, and it really comes from dirty drinking water. You know, where urination and, you know, feces gets mixed in with the water, and that's where you get these people that are born with this type of disease. And, you know, we're one catastrophe away in our country from, you know, it happening to some of our areas. You know, if something happened, boom, that could happen to the United States.
Well,
So it's important.
To touch on that, Keith, you know, what Rotary has done with the communities of eradicating polio when they first started it is we only have 2 countries now that have polio. There's only 2. So the amount of money and time that has been spent by Rotary, and not just Rotary, you know, partnering with other organizations to eradicate polio is just, I mean, it's a great feat. When you can take one disease and pull it and remove it from every country in the world. Not just in, not every city in Pennsylvania or every city in New Jersey, not every state in United States, but every country but 2. And that's a great thing to do.
amazing.
Absolutely.
It's
It really
awesome.
is, yeah.
Absolutely awesome. And I'll tell you another thing, because I know Nazia touched on, you know, what Rotary is, but she touched on all the politically correct things. Rotary is fun. Okay, when Rotary first started, it was a bunch of business owners that wanted to get together and network. They wanted to, you know, shop at each other's stores, purchase from each other, and, you know, grow that way. Well, it hasn't changed. You know, that started in 1905. This is 2016. Rotary is still a networking group, but it's a networking group where we service the community and we go out and we help and we return. But it's still a bunch of business owners and people who want to be involved that get together. We patronize each other, you know, we speak to each other, we have dinner with each other every week, we drink with each other every week,
Right.
but we have fun.
It sounds like just another way to have an amazing community support system.
Absolutely.
And you know, we talk about community a lot on this show in particular, because we're trying to figure out ways to raise the level of community awareness and make people feel a part of their community. I feel like for a long time, there's been this separation where people don't feel a part of the towns that they live in. And now we're seeing a shift where towns do like special festival days, and they're trying to get people into the town, and you're seeing them almost every weekend in different towns all over South Jersey in particular, because that's where we live. But how does the Rotary kind of guide what happens? Like, is it obviously you guys have set meetings every week, right? And then on top of that, what type of events, just kind of general idea type things, what do you guys do? What are some of the things that people can get involved with?
Well, each township has their own Rotary clubs, and as we said, it is international. We're in almost every country. So each country, they find what's going on in their community or where there's an area of opportunity, and we try to get involved in that area. So we try to get involved in everything that's going on in our community. If there's a parade going down there, we're trying to get involved. So, Nova just won,
Right.
last
Right.
week, so I'm sure whatever went over in PA, that the Rotary Club over there tried to get involved with what was
right.
going on. Whatever, there's a parade, there's, a military appreciation day. We try to support the military. Schools, we, give out, our Rotary alone, we give out dictionaries to every third grader every year. But just to speak, general, there's a lot of scholarships given out to different schools for kids to go to college. There's a lot of cleanup water projects, to try to, filter out the sewage and things out of waters in other countries. I remember every country is not like the United States where we have, big companies that filter it for us. Some of them, the money and the time spent from Rotary and other organizations to go out there and physically try to clean and get rid of, make the water drinkable to, different people. So there's just a lot of different projects and things that we do worldwide of just trying to get rid of pollution, to get rid of cleaning, to make it just a safer environment for people to live in.
So, and I just want to make sure that I have the picture correct. The Rotary Club of America is almost like your parent company, right? So they're up at the top, and then each town, each area has their own
Clubs.
local club.
Correct.
But you're all a part of one big, large
Absolutely.
organization.
Yes.
So the support system that comes from a situation like that is huge. You want to speak to that for a second, or how the Club of America supports, a specific club like yours here in Marlton?
So we have what is called a district governor, and that district governor their job is to educate us what's going on in the whole world of Rotary. And they support us whatever projects that we want. There are rules that we have to comply with through the Rotary International itself. They support us by donating district grants. So that's one of the ways that we get all educated about what's going on in the Rotary organization is by that district governor. So we'll have conferences, we'll have assemblies to go over about what's going on, what is our next project, what is our next mission. That's one of the ways we get educated, but then there's also resources where you can go online and you can contact Rotary itself if you haven't been getting help that you need. There are people that work also to support us as well. So there's a load of information that we get. I even get overwhelmed. Like, I get emails every day.
Right, I'm sure.
From Rotary,
Yeah.
and it's just like, did you get my email? No.
Yeah.
You know what,
so
Mark?
many.
Not to interrupt you, I'm sorry, but about, 4 or 5 years ago now, we had Hurricane Sandy, right? Well, that was devastating to New Jersey. There's a lot of people, there's still people now that's displaced from their homes down in, down the shore area of New Jersey.
Yep.
Well, Rotary up in Canada, they sent some people down to help us clean up the area, as well as they gave us a grant and gave us some money to help clean up the area.
That's a perfect example.
That's just the way that Rotary works, is, when one area, or it's like a body, if the leg is hurting, then the arm goes and patch the leg. And like I said, Canada sent us money and people to help in that area.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know we got to take another quick break, and I know that Keith is a member of the Rotary Club here in Marlton with these guys. So why don't we take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about how people can get involved. I think that's a really important piece of this. So we're going to take a break on Morning Coffee.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. the way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at alicia@whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly. Keith Reynolds, this is Mark Cook, and we are here with the Marlton Rotary folks. We have Michael Thompson and Mazia Weber. Did I say that right?
Yes.
See?
Thank you.
We are talking Rotary today, and we've kind of touched on how you guys got into it, a little bit about Rotary in general, okay. But now we want to talk about the Marlton Rotary. What do you guys do specifically for the community out there? Some of the events that you might we partake in, current events, past events. Who wants to take the floor?
Well, we have a great event going on today, actually.
Yes, we do.
We're actually meeting at the Smash Burgers on Route 70, right off of 73. Today, anyone that goes out between 12 and 8 and mention Marlton Rotary, the Rotary actually will get a piece of the proceeds. And obviously, the Rotary is a nonprofit, so absolutely all, 100% of those proceeds go back into the community. And some of the ways that go back into the community is we give dictionaries to all of the third graders in USHAM. Every last one of them get a dictionary. And I know you're saying, dictionaries, don't they have cell phones? Yeah. I don't know, cell phones die, so it's always great to actually have a hard book that those kids have.
Yeah.
You know, we actually give scholarships to the kids from Cherokee High School to go into college. Some of them, they may, need a couple extra dollars for books or anything else. Like I said, we support the military, so we throw a Military Appreciation Day in, what is it, September, August?
September,
Indian Acres, and it's 100% free to all military and their family. So you can come out, have a good time, eat. We have music, we have hay rides, we have, climbing walls and all kinds of things for the military and a family, and they don't have to pay a dime. It is completely 100% free.
Let me circle back real quick and say that again because that's important. If you haven't tried Smash Burger, first of all, you should.
Oh, God.
So go to the Smash Burger today from 12 to 8, mention the Marlton Rotary Club, and they're going to get a little piece of that action. Everybody wins. You're going to get a great burger or a great chicken sandwich or some smash fries or whatever, and then they're going to get a little piece of that too. It's a win-win. So if you're not doing anything, why don't you help somebody out and get a good burger in the process? That's a really cool thing.
Great burger. Those burgers are truly awesome.
They are.
Oh.
They are. You know what? I'm lucky because I have one that opened up very close to my house. It's not that one in particular, but it's a great spot. And we want to support businesses that support organizations like the Rotary Club. Everything works together, folks. That's how we become successful as people and communities together.
Absolutely, Mark. I couldn't agree more.
So that's great. So that we could do today. Smash Burger on Route 70, right off of 73 from 12 to 8. Just mention the Rotary Club with whatever you're getting, and they're going to get a little cut of the action. I'm sure there's a percentage that's already set and all that stuff.
And we're going to give it right back to you.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's so that they can help facilitate their programs that help service the community. It's really, these situations, I feel like I say it over and over again here, they're win-win for everybody. And it's really a cool thing.
Absolutely. And you know what, also, I didn't say, I meant it to, I absolutely have to give thanks to the Cherokee High School. Those children, they help us, just unbelievably. We have a pancake breakfast that we have like every February.
Yeah.
And those kids, they come in and they just do everything. They give out the orange juices, they give out the pancakes, and they're running and they moving and they're doing it with a smile. It's not like they're doing it because they don't want to be there. They just because they have to be there. They don't have to be there. They actually want to be there, and they come back every year. We see the same faces, and they're just smiling, and it just lights up the room, and it makes everybody just want to smile and want to be there. Yeah. And every year that since we've had the kids from Cherokee High School coming, you can see we're getting more and more people coming every year.
That's
because it's just a great atmosphere. And
Yeah.
we have to give thanks to those kids. Those kids are
They do a lot.
awesome. They do a lot.
We're really lucky in this area to have high schools like Cherokee and the whole Lenape School District really does amazing work. And I know that you guys work with them quite a bit, and that's
one of
really,
the
really
things
a
that we
cool
also
thing.
do is, I really wanted to mention, is we do a RILA program. It's a Rotary Leadership Program for actually just 11th graders. We sponsor 2 students from Cherokee every year, just so they can go whatever location is Rotary having, and they teach these students to become a leadership, share ideas, and how to become involved in the community. So we're not only donating money to go send these students to colleges, we also send these students to go enjoy the program. And
Right.
their family's going to be there, and then they meet young people from all over the state, and they just share ideas and have activities, and it's great. And we teach them how to be leaders and be involved in our community.
Positivity spreads.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's
I'm not
great.
the first person who said that, right? And I know that you guys use that as part of your mission statement.
Right.
Positivity spreads.
Absolutely.
If people get involved and they have good experiences, they're going to tell other people
Yeah.
about it, and they're going to come back. And that's the goal. So I want you guys right now to give any websites or phone numbers that you want to give to help make it easier for people to get involved.
You can also visit us at www.marltonrotary.org. We also meet every Tuesday at Alora, which is a fantastic restaurant. We want to thank them as well. I think they've been very supportive.
Absolutely.
Delicious food. We meet 6:15 Tuesday evenings. You guys are welcome as a guest, so please come check us out and see what we're all about. We're also very fun, as Mike said. So
Yep.
definitely come visit, and it's the perfect way to try Alora as well.
And Mark, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my car washed for you, because every time I get my car washed, it rains. So I'm gonna make sure that we
Perfect.
get the rain for you so that we can wash away everything. For
You know what, Michael? I got in my car this morning and there was that green haze on
Absolutely.
it. I'm sick of that haze, man.
I got the same
Yeah.
thing, so I'm gonna go get it washed today. And once I get it washed, I guarantee
It's
you,
just gonna start
it's
pouring.
gonna start pouring out.
All right, perfect. That's great. Check these guys out. The Rotary Club is doing really awesome work, specifically here in Marlton, New Jersey. So make sure you go out to one of their events and meet Michael or Z. Guys, this was awesome this morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to be right back after this commercial with